Viewers, it's Cynthia Michael back with a new podcast from my civic called the Black Lightning Review. So basically, like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, because you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast, and that means you I'm sorry, blah blah blah. I stutter. I kind of messed up that line. So anyway, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, I'm gonna try to keep this review short and get to the main point about this episode of the latest episode of Black Lightning. So basically, this takes place after what happened before. So basically now all the Earths and the Alvers are fused together. So basically all the heroes are on the same Earth now. So basically we see Jefferson flying back to Freeman, after hanging out with the Flash, So basically, Jefferson now, after the aftermath of crisis, Jefferson is on the same Earth as, Jefferson, aka Black Lightning, is on the same Earth as the Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman, and the rest of the heroes in the Arrowverse. So basically, but things are pretty much still the same in Freeman, pretty much. So basically, the ASA still has Freeman on lockdown. The Marconians are still there. So basically, things did change after Crisis, but things are still kind of same Freeman. The ASA still has Freeman on lockdown. The Marconians are still there, etc., etc. So basically, Jefferson fall back to Freeman, but Beckett pulled the barrier that the ASA had around Freeman, and go to see how things are changed in Freeman after the crisis. Oh, anyway, meanwhile, we see Jennifer in a sort of like a dimensional limbo, trying, just talking to herself if she ever gets out of this dimension limbo, she's talking to herself. So basically, Jennifer is in this weird dimension purgatory limbo, some shit like that. So basically, she was talking to herself, she will after experiencing, seeing two different Jennifers from two different Earths. She realized that she finally realized that Odell was using her this whole time. Odell was a bad guy. So basically, she swore to herself that if she ever gets out of this dimensional purgatory limbo space, she will kill Odell. So basically, lucky for her, she managed to come back to her dimension, come back to her dimension where she left, when she, turned into energy at the Nexus house. So basically, Jennifer got out of her dimensional purgatory limo, and managed to bring herself back to Alessia's apartment where Jefferson showed up. So basically, Jefferson was happy to see that that Jennifer was alive, but so basically, Jennifer did not know what happened before the crisis started. So basically, so did everybody around her. So basically, nobody has any memory about what happened before the crisis or what happened after the crisis. So basically, but Jennifer does remember that that she went to two different Earths and saw two different versions of herself, one good and one evil. So basically, she was telling her dad, Like, me to take down Odell. We need to take down. We need to get rid of Odell. And telling that so basically telling her father that I was working to Odell. I finally realized that Odell is an evil bastard. So basically, we need to kill him. But but Jefferson said we will deal with that later. We just have to make sure that Gammy, Anissa, and Leonard is okay. So basically, they went back to Gammy's tailor shop. Gammy's little bunker at his tailor shop, Gammy. So basically, Jefferson and Jennifer was telling him that, about them traveling to different dimensions and shit like that, blah, blah, blah. But Gammy's like, doesn't remember anything before crisis or after crisis. So basically, blah blah blah. So basically, Gammy's like, after scaring their suits, he's and scaring their suits for antimatter, he believed that they did, with the different dimensions and shit like that, blah blah blah. So anyway, so basically, Gary said that initially was about to get jumped in the tunnels underground Freeman. So basically, Jefferson went to go help Anissa, Anissa in her Blackbird outfit, from not getting jumped by the SA, while Jennifer go check on her mom. So anyway, so when turns out that Lynn was at a lab trying to make more of that green light drug that she was using to help her to make her. So basically, turns out that Lynn was making more green light drug for her, to combat her withdrawal and stuff. So basically, it's been a while since Lynn had any green light, having that special green light drug that was making her smarter and stuff, and she was going through some heavy withdrawal. So basically, she was trying to make more at a college lab. But, Jennifer came in and kind of ruined her batch of green light drugs, ruined her batch of the green light drugs she was making for herself. So anyway, so basically, Lynn got upset with Jennifer, but Jennifer didn't know she was missing. So basically, Jennifer thought something was wrong, but she didn't notice that, her mom was making green light drugs. She just know that something is wrong. So anyway, so basically, Lynn calmed down. It's he finally calmed down. Calm down, and lied to Jennifer that, you weren't a very important experiment for me, sweetie. That's what I got mad and yelled at you for. And Jennifer was decided to buy, Jennifer was like, okay, okay, and started to buy Lynn's excuse about, her making doing an experiment, even though Lynn was making green light drugs for herself. So anyway, meanwhile, in the tunnels underground, Anessa was in a heavy battle with the ASA, with a bunch of ASA soldiers. So basically, Jefferson showed up, and helped Anessa, fight off the soldiers, and they managed to get away. So anyway, basically, Anessa is Anessa in her Blackbird outfit was telling her father that, we're about to make a move me and the Resistance is about to make a move soon to free all those metahuman kids from those payment camps in Freeman. So basically, Anissa and the rebels of Freeman, they're about to make a move to free the rest of the kids from those metahuman payment camps and whatnot that are left and whatnot. So basically, blah blah blah. So basically, Jefferson just started to tack around with Anissa for a while. Meanwhile, back at the lab, back at the lab, Jennifer and Lynn was having to talk about, was having a mother and daughter talk about something, blah blah blah, and that's when an earthquake caused by a volcano started to an earthquake caused by Brandon and power started to shake up everything around Freeman. So basically, like, Jennifer's friend, like, oh, Brandon must be, Brandon Powers is making him unstable. So basically, he's the one behind this earthquake. So basically, Lynn gave Jennifer a special shiver to help stabilize Brandon and his power. So basically, Jennifer called her father, like, I'm going to go help. I'm going to help my friend Brandon, and give him this special cure to help him control his powers and help him stabilize himself. So anyway, Jennifer went to Brandon's apartment, gave him the cure to help him stabilize himself and gain control over his powers, and he was okay and whatnot. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the pit back at the ASA headquarters called the Pit, you see Odell talking to his second command about Jennifer might be turning against us and whatnot, blah blah blah. So basically, about Commander Williams' situation and also about Khalil as well. So basically, Khalil, Commander Williams and Khalil were still recovering from their battle wounds from fighting Black Lightning and Thunder and whatnot. So anyway, so basically, OJ said that, said to his second command that, I want you to go bring Jennifer in and put a chip in her brain. That way we can use her to fight home father and sister and whatnot. Fight her father. So basically, OJ still doesn't know about Alyssa being Blackbird. So basically, blah blah blah. So basically, like, and also, if you do find Lynn, bring her in as well, because the managers that the ASA still has in custody at the Pit are still unstable. So basically, without Lynn, they can't use the managers Routledge cure to make the managers that they got in custody stable. So basically, they need Lynn to come back and use her cure to make those managers stable and whatnot. So anyway, the second command carried out orders and sent a two-man team to go find Jennifer and bring her in and put a chip in her mind and whatnot, and put a mind chip in her brain and shit like that. So anyway, before Jennifer got to Brandon's house, she told her father that mom was been acting funny. So basically, we see Lynn at Jefferson's house looking for a stash of green light drug that she had stashed in the bedroom, in Jefferson's bedroom, in the bedroom. So anyway, Jefferson found Lynn with the green light, and it's like, you've been hooked on this green light. So basically, so that's the novelty. You've been hooked on this green light. So basically, Jefferson was like, I'm gonna let you guys just, and flush down the green light drug down the toilet. And Lynn, so basically, Jefferson had got a call from Henderson that they need your help for a special mission for the resistance. So basically, Jefferson said, "All right, I'll be there in a minute." So basically, when he got off the phone, he sees Lynn trying to poke her head in the toilet to try to get the green light drugs that Jefferson flushed down the toilet. So basically, Lynn had her hand in the toilet trying to get the green light drug that Jefferson flushed out the toilet out of the fucking toilet though. It was just horrible. Oh my god. So anyway, Lynn just ran out the house. So basically Lynn ran out the house mad at Jefferson, trying to find new food, trying to find a way to get some more green light drugs. And Jefferson had no choice but to let them go and go hold Henderson and Alyssa go save some medicines from the Tainted Cat and whatnot. So anyway, meanwhile, back at Gamby's bunker, the boy Ricky TC, the boy with the techno powers that helped Gamby in a previous episode, showed up at Gamby's bunker, using his techno powers and whatnot. So anyway, so TC was TC was worried about, about the AJ, about the AJ looking for him and putting him back in the pod or using him as a weapon. So basically Gamby said, you know what, you could stay here with me, the AJ won't look for you here and whatnot. So anyway, so basically, TC was taking Gammy for letting him stay at his crib and whatnot. So basically, while running around Gammy's bunker, he discovered that Black Lightning suit and the Thunder suit. So basically, TC discovered discovered Jefferson's Black Lightning suit and Mr. Thunder suit. So basically, Gammy was you need to keep the secret. So basically, TC is like, alright, you can count me keeping secret about Black Lightning and Thunder. So anyway, TC said maybe I can help you figure out who tried to kill you. So basically, TC used his techno powers to trace the bitcoins that was used to hire the people who tried to kill Gammy in previous episodes. So basically, TC was using his techno powers to figure out and to trace the bitcoins that was used to pay the hitman who tried to kill Gammy. So basically, TC was, just like Brandon, TC's powers was making him unstable, and plus he was hungry. But he managed to figure out who ordered the hit squad that tried to kill Gammy. Turns out it was Lady Eve. So basically, since the universe got rebooted in Crisis, that means Lady Eve is still alive and freedom. So basically, turns out the hit squad that was hired to kill Brandon was hired by Lady Eve. So anyway, meanwhile, so basically back at Brandon's apartment, Jennifer was making sure that Brandon was okay and whatnot. So basically Brandon was okay after taking that cure that helped him stabilize himself and his powers and whatnot, not going out of control. So anyway, things start to so basically, things go okay with Jennifer and Brandon until they got knocked out by tranquilizer dots through the window. So basically, the two-man team that Odell Sexton's man to capture Jennifer took Jennifer and Brandon into a bed. Into a truck with cars blocking their powers. But so basically, the soldier who was driving the truck knows that his friend was acting very strange. So basically, he was wondering, are you okay? You've been acting strange ever since ever since he left the base. So basically, the soldiers played. It was like, oh, okay. So basically, that's when the driver noticed that, that his friend had a chip inside his neck, had a scar with a chip inside in his brainstem. So basically, the driver was like, what the hell is going on? So basically, that's when Jennifer and Brandon woke up, and Jennifer managed to use her powers to set them free from the cars and from the truck, and they managed to get away from the soldiers. Meanwhile, the rebels did. The Black Lightning and Blackbird managed to free the Metahuman kids from that entertainment camp, from the Metahuman entertainment camp. So basically, Jefferson Blackbird, Jefferson slash Black Lightning, Mr. slash Blackbird, and the rebels managed to free the kids from the Metahuman entertainment camp from being to be turned into weapons by Odell in the ASA. So basically, they're missing. So basically, Jefferson and the rebels missing was successful and whatnot. So basically, that was a good thing that came out of it. So anyway, meanwhile, Brandon. So basically, Jennifer managed to contact Odell, and tell her to meet at the usual meeting spot, and Jennifer told Odell to his face that I don't work for you anymore. So anyway, she tried to kill Odell, but turns out that the Odell in the car was a hologram. So basically, Jennifer tried to kill Odell, but turns out that the Odell in the car was just a hologram, and the Odell hologram told Jennifer that you made a bad mistake, and you were going to pay for it, and the car dropped off the Odell hologram, and and Jennifer we'll see about that. Odell, I'm going to kill you. So basically, Jennifer vows to kill Odell, no matter what. She's going to kill Odell. So anyway, meanwhile, Jefferson. So basically, Jefferson was happy that that Alyssa's little mission was happy that he tackled on when Alyssa's mission was to say those Metahuman kids from that entertainment camp and whatnot. So basically, Jefferson was happy about helping Alyssa and the rebels, free those Metahuman kids from that entertainment camp and whatnot. So anyway. So basically, after Jefferson was done messing the rebels, he was saving those kids from that Metahuman camp. Jefferson came home and just sat down on his bed, wondering where Lynn is, and wondering about Lynn, where Lynn is, and this is how the episode ended. So with Jefferson coming home, looking at his bedroom after Lynn trashed looking for her green light drug stash in the bedroom, and Jefferson just fixing herself that I need to find where Lynn is and try to get her some help. And this is how the episode ended. So basically, this is how the episode ended with Jefferson, just sit on the bed, thinking to herself that, I need to go find Lynn and give her some help for her green light addiction. So anyway, and this is how the episode ended. So basically, Lady Eve, the Black Lightning is a part of the main, on the same earth as the rest of the DC superheroes in the Arrowverse. Lady Eve is still alive because of the whole after crisis situation. So basically, Lady Eve is still alive, and she's the one who tried to kill, and and she's the one who hired those hitmen who tried to kill Gammy, and force Gammy into hiding and force him to face his death. So anyway, just to resum this whole episode and what happened in the previous episodes and whatnot. So anyway. So overall, this was a good episode. I can't wait to see Jill Scott's Lady Eve come back. So basically, I also would like to see how Lynn deals with her green light addiction as well. So anyway, this was a good episode of Black Lightning. So basically, this was a very good episode of Black Lightning. So anyway, what do you guys think about this latest new episode of Black Lightning? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just okay? Please let me know with the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, this is Sincere Michael from Screw You. Sign off. 1,